everyone. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. This is Racquel Palmisi. I think I'm good here. I hope you can all see me well. It's great to be here. I have something kind of important to talk about today, and I think that it's something that we all need to think about and put into action in our lives, because things are really changing fast all around us, all around the world, in our country, in our neighborhoods, in our communities, in our own minds. You know what the issues are, and those of you who are involved in spiritual practice, in healing practice, really need to think about this. So here goes. I called this segment that I'm doing, this transmission, Don't Back Down, Dive In. And what that means is, I'm not going to give you a pep talk on the importance of standing your ground and all that stuff that we know already. But one thing that is very valuable in the work I do is that somatically, when we breathe in to the things that we feel are blocking us mentally or physically or emotionally, when we feel it and we go ahead and take a chance to actually breathe into it, let it come all the way up in us, as painful, as upsetting, as confusing, and as everything that can be. If we give it its full voice and allow it to actually exist, it begins to speak to us. It begins to tell us what it needs, what we need. And as we do that, we go through a process of being able to feel it and then let it go. It's the most crucial aspect of my work, is being able to recognize that which is blocked up inside us on any level, especially in our thinking. And we feel that in our thinking by being confused, feeling misdirected, disassociating from ourselves, and it can get really worse. From there, we have these feelings of paralysis that we just don't know what to do, so we don't do anything, and we stay kind of stuck, and we feel the stuckness often in our gut or in our chest, our throat, because our expression is not being allowed to come forth. We're stifling ourselves. So if we take a chance, if we trust just enough in life to go ahead and breathe into it, no matter what it is, even if it's a serious illness, whatever it is that is coming forth in our lives to be handled, if we breathe into it and we let it come all the way up, we are doing an act of courage, of bravery, that is actually very rare. But those of us that have experienced it and know the value of it, we just can't have it any other way. So if I'm scared, if I'm resistant, if I don't feel I'm ready, that's exactly the time that I need to go ahead and have the experience of it. Whether doing the thing practically in life or actually diving into the feelings of it, feel them, and then let them go, little by little, day by day, until that fear is not owning me anymore. And the way that applies to our lives is very crucial right now, because for my generation and generations already since the Second World War at least, we have lived in relative safety and security in our country, and Western civilization has been pretty much a home for those who are safe enough to learn and grow and have their experiences. And we have made the moves to care for each other in our societies in many beautiful ways. Right now, there are forces at work, energetically and practically, that are really pushing against our sense of security on every possible level. Now is not the time to back down. Now is actually the time to find the resources within ourselves that will allow us to feel the fear or the pain, the anger, whatever it is, and not just be stewing about it, to not back off from it, but to breathe into it and let it all just really come up in us so that we can feel it, so that we know ourselves as being on an edge, so we can know ourselves as being vulnerable and not hiding from that vulnerability. That sooner or later, every one of us is going to feel the effects of what's going on in our wider world in one way or another, and much of it might be very scary and uncomfortable. So personally, our work is about processing these overwhelming feelings of wanting to back off and go disappear someplace, wanting to not know about it, wanting to not be informed, telling ourselves stories of there's nothing I can do about it anyway. Or maybe this is for the best, I'll just wait and see, and all that kind of stuff. I would be the last one to tell you what to do about all this. But I do know that this is a time energetically on the planet for activation, for actualization, for those of us who are not thinking to go ahead and start thinking in terms of what am I being called to do. Right now I'm being called to try to communicate this message in the best way I can, in the most public way that I can. I hope it's landing. But the experience that I'm having of facing into any fear of pushback or anything else on this is so worth it to me, because it is coming from a place of an empowered heart in me. I believe in you, I believe in me, I believe in us, I believe in our democracy and our country. I've lived long enough with it to see its value. I believe also so strongly in each of our innate abilities at healing ourselves from the emotional damage and trauma that we experience in life. That this life is a healing process, and that we are meant to share that healing and that love in ways that are productive and strong, powerful, in ways that are heard and seen. So it's Wisdom Wednesday. This is a little wisdom for you. Please don't back down. Dive in. See what happens. See where it takes you. You'll never, ever, ever regret it. That's the message. Godspeed. Lots of love.